What's up, guys? Trevor with eCommerce Paradise. Today, we're going to do some niche research. And if you go to ecommerceparadise.com and go down to either the best products for high-ticket dropshipping success and click here, or you go up to guides and click it here, either of these is going to take you to our blog post with 1,000 plus high-ticket niches. All right. It also has a niche research training, kind of similar to what I'm going over right now. And it's just got a bunch of different niches. And the way I usually group them is by general categories. So you have like home improvement, you have a bunch of different niche ideas here, product ideas, outdoor living, a bunch of product ideas, home gym stuff. All right, so what I recommend doing is building a store out not around a single product, but around a general kind of category where you can fit like 5 to 10 main categories of products. Because every one of these is going to have like 3 to 5 subcategories. Well, sometimes they will. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and just go down to one of these down here that I haven't done yet. Let's just do home gym equipment. So home gym equipment is pretty popular. Anybody who works out of the gym probably has some experience with any of these products, right? And this is definitely something you can dropship. So I'm going to show you how to figure out, number one, who are your competitors, and number two, who are the suppliers that dropship, and number three, how viable the niche is. All right, so usually we go to Google Shopping. Because this is where we're going to be advertising mostly. All right, and then what we're going to do after that is look for niche-specific stores. So we're going to be building a niche-specific store, so that's why we're going to look for niche-specific stores. A lot of times the stores that are going to pop up right away are broad stores. And we don't want to look at those because they have warehouses, they have physical retail locations, and those brands may or may not dropship. All right, so what we want to find is like stores that are really looking to sell a specific category of products, like fitness exchange, fitness superstore, fitness supply, fitness zone. Any of these are going to be niche specific stores. Now, life hack, it's easier to find drop shipping retailers, stores that sell multiple brands, if the category keyword is first and the branding is after. Whereas if the branding is first and the category keyword is after, usually it's a direct consumer brand, like an actual brand of that product. But you can probably find more brands to dropship just by identifying those. Competitors outlet might be one too. I know for sure that's a dropshipping store, so we can look at that. This one too. Okay, so I got a bunch of ones here. Let's see here. This one is for fitness exchange, so that's good. So if you just click on the ad, what I usually do is I look at the site first. I determine if it's a dropshipping store. If it is, then I want to pull some of their products and plug it back into Google Shopping to find more dropshipping stores that sell those. So right here, the first thing I'm looking for is it a Shopify store? Do they have a physical retail location? So if you scroll over any of the categories, it should say in the URL /collection/ that would be Shopify, but it does say here contact store locations. So they have store locations. That means that they might have brands on board that don't do dropshipping. So it's not the best place to extract brands, but you can save them for later. All right, so put them in the list, but save for later. Let's try Fitness Superstore. Okay, yeah, it's an older site. It looks like it is Shopify though. It's /product/, but they have like a really old looking theme, which, ironically enough, actually these older themes tend to convert a lot better than the newer looking pretty themes. So just keep that in mind when you're building your store out. I recognize almost all of these brands are dropshipping brands just because I've been in business for so long. But let's just see if they have a physical location or not. Right away in their footer, they're going to say they have a physical location. They have a website here, an address, but it's a suite. So just because it says suite, my assumption is that it's some sort of virtual address. They have some sort of thing where I can't actually copy the text, which is odd. But you want to just plug that into Google and see if it's a virtual address or not, like it's a UPS store or whatnot. If you've determined that this store is dropshipping only, in other words, they do not have a physical retail or warehouse location, then all these brands they sell are most likely going to be dropshipping brands, and you can put them into a list. find their website and reach out to them. So for instance, if you just search Google for the actual brand name, you'll usually be able to find their website right up front unless they have like a really generic brand name or it's a direct consumer brand by one of the retailers. But yeah, so when you find their website, it's pretty easy. Usually they have a dealer like sign up form or something like that. Usually just look around their menus and you'll find something. What you really want to find is a contact form. That's the ideal thing. You don't want to just send them an email because emails a lot of times they go to spam. So we are going to just click on if there's any form here to fill out. Nope. Okay, well, if you can't find a form on the website, oh, here's a live chat. So you can put a live chat in. That'll send them an email too. So I would definitely submit a live chat and then also just give them a call. You can also try email, but email a lot of times these days is not going through. It's almost better to email from like a personal email address than it is to send them like from a new business email address, just because it's more likely it'll go through because Gmail is getting blocked. So that's how to find suppliers. That's how to contact them. And you want to just set up a website that's decent enough before you contact them. You can say, hey, I'm an online retailer. But I usually recommend with demo stores, you just set up products to make them look like private label products. So just make sure they have no branding on them. Usually get them from Amazon or a different marketplace. And make sure it's not any one of these brands products that you want to reach out to. Okay. If you guys need help setting up one of these stores, we have a turnkey business in a box offer where we will actually set up one of these businesses for you. So you can go check that out on our website, ecommerceparadise.com/turnkey. Link is in the description below. We have a 3-phase process. We research and build your store. We do marketing and sales and scaling. We even have a full service management on the back end where we'll actually hire a dedicated VA to manage your store, scale it. You can book a call directly with me here in this calendar. You can call us 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. Speak directly with me, and I'll help you out. This is the price of the packages, and this is the price of the starter store, which is demo products only. And we have 50% off limited time offer right now. So you can check out some of the reviews and move forward with your store build. All right, let's look at some more potential competitors. Fitness supply. So I don't know if it got mixed up, but I'll just type it into Google. Okay. All right, let's see if these guys are on Shopify. Yep, they're on Shopify. All right, do they have a physical location? They do not. Great. So, okay, great. So we try to find a brands menu if they have one. Sometimes they don't. If they do not have a brands menu right away, you can go to /collections/all, and then sort by best selling. And yeah, sometimes they have a brand menu right here. So you know all their brands, and then you'll see the best sellers. And hopefully, yeah, they have a price sorting. So I want to sort by like 500 minimum. So best selling, I'm guessing this is showing up because they have a variant where they can buy a bunch of them at once over 500. But here's Horizon Treadmill Endurance Horizon. So you know their best sellers right here, right off the bat. So if you want to find Horizon, you can just click this one, search Google for that actual product name, and then you usually be able to find other dropshipping online niche stores. So you're just looking at Horizon Fitness is actually the brand themselves. So we could look at that too. Johnson Fitness and Wellness, they probably have a location. We're looking for a Treadmill Doctor. Okay, that could be a dropshipping store. Okay, that's just right off the bat. So I know that like for sure if we dive deeper, we could probably find more stores. And if you go down here to the left side of the menu, you'll find a bunch of probably niche specific stores. Actually, there's not too many. I'm opening up a lot of tabs, so this might be kind of slowing things down. But yeah, this is not on Shopify. Let's see, they have a storefront, and they do have a storefront, so we're gonna skip. We'll come back to that later. This looks like the brand directly. You're gonna usually be able to tell the brand's website is gonna be like way more flashy and pretty. It's not so optimized for getting sales as it is for providing information about the product. That's usually the brand's job, is to provide more information and get them excited about it, and then they go to the retailer to buy. And they sell to the retailer. And you as a dropshipping retailer, just keep in mind you're taking risk off the brand's plate because you're doing the payment processing, right? So if they always do payment processing, they can get a lot of chargebacks if things don't get delivered well, but they pass that at risk off to you. You get a commission or a margin in this case, and that you're good to go. Sorry, Horizon Fitness is not the supplier, but I think they probably have a retail location. Johnson is the supplier. This is the actual brand here. Oh no, sorry. No, Horizon is the brand. Okay. Johnson is another retailer, but it looks like, yeah. So this is a big, as you can see, 100 plus retail stores. So skip that. All right, Treadmill Doctor. Let's see. And it looks like they might have some sort of a location as well because they have a funky looking website. All right, so we're going to skip past that and move on to Fitness Zone. I want to get to one of these other ones here that I know for sure. Oh, this looks like got a bunch of here. Oops. All right, so bunch of brands, older website. It might have physical location. 96. Yeah, we're gonna skip. The reason why I skip older websites in the beginning is just because we're getting a lot of data that is grandfathered in data. We want to see what new websites are doing. Okay, so they have an address, so we're gonna skip that one too. Competitors outlet. Okay, this is most likely a high ticket dropshipping store here. This, I recognize this is a virtual address office location, so they're definitely dropshipping. This is kind of cool here. They actually give you some of their B2B clients and B2G clients, which is really neat. B2G will often order stuff like home gym equipment, right? Because they got like sports teams and stuff. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so competitors outlet, definitely a competitor you can model after. This is definitely a brand, and all their brands are going to be dropshipping brands. So once you find one of these, again, go to collections all. So this will tell you what the best-selling brands are. You want to change featured to best-selling. Okay, so yeah, so Dynamic, that's the best-selling brand. Jacob's Ladder, I recognize these. We sold a lot of these in the past. Pro 6 Aspen Stairmill. Okay, Best Fitness, that's another one. Bodycore. So once you know the best-selling brands and the best-selling products on a competitor store, you can just straight search Google for that particular product, and then you'll be able to find like so many more drop shipping stores selling their products like right off the bat. I know like all of these are drop shipping stores actually, so you can find so many more competitors this way and kind of see what their offers are, see what their websites look like, get an idea. The ones that are advertising the top spots are spending the most on ads. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So they are probably also the ones that are getting the most sales because they have to spend the most on ads to get those sales. So they have the best optimization features. So I would definitely like extract from these websites, the ones that are running the top ad spots. That's not always the case. Like sometimes a new site will have a bunch of money to throw at ads in the beginning. They're not that optimized. But usually over time, you'll see that a lot of these sites are like really optimized. Like they have all these like check boxes, number to call, financing, add-ons, lots of pictures, really in-depth description, images, videos, multimedia, um, you know, reviews, like a lot of reviews, all that stuff. So let's keep that in mind. So if you see like all these websites are pretty similar in build. Some of them have more options than others. Some of them are like brighter. Some of them are a little bit less bright. Yes, you can kind of tell the ones that have like physical, like service-based business sides to them because they have more money to spend on ad budget and a less optimized website. Yeah, this is another one where it's like just straight up high ticket dropshipping. So all these websites are going to have brands menus, right? And then you can extract all these and then find, again, going collections, all of their best sellers and stuff like that. So let's check out competitors outlet. As you can see, like of um, there's a lot of sites because we're looking at home gym equipment, right? But there's also a lot of sites that sell like the recovery equipment, like saunas, ice baths, massage stuff, red light therapy. It kind of all ties together. So you can see like the general build of a website is not just in the home gym stuff; it's also in the recovery stuff, right? And there's even websites like we saw here that are just recovery stuff. But again, like I said, it's always better in the beginning to build out a niche store, but a little bit broader niche store, like not super narrow, because it's going to open up your ability to get more suppliers and more categories, and then kind of just like get traction that way. And what you really want to get is you want to get traction. You want to find the suppliers that have less competition, that have like map pricing, that have free shipping, or at least shipping that is still within the margins so you can make some money with free shipping on your website without having to build in a bunch of shipping costs. You just want to find the suppliers that are easy to work with, that are really good to work with, that have good margins. I mean, that's super important. Like if you're got a supplier that's best selling is 10% margins, it's not going to work, right? Plus, you need to be offering some sort of discount usually to get people in the door, so like $20 off or $100 off or something like that. So you need some decent margins. I usually work with 15% is minimum. 25 to 30% is ideal. So you're really looking for those brands, and it's going to be very few. There's a lot of the brands are going to sell lower margins. That's just how this business model is. It's low margin because you're drop shipping. You just have a website. You're less overhead. You're not buying their inventory up front, right? So that's why it's a good idea. Once you get on board with them, is like have a call with them and talk to them and be like, hey, this is blah blah with Competitors Outlet. Just wanted to get in touch and make sure that we're on the same page and we're going to be doing marketing for your brand and paying for ads and all that stuff. We want to get sales, and how does the process work? And then when you get sales, then you go through the process with them and you'll figure it out. Like, do you email them a PO or do you actually like place an order on a dealer portal? Like, there's a lot of stuff involved, with drop shipping. Anyways, let's get beyond that. So this is another one you can extract brands from. All right, Strength Warehouse USA, Recovery for Athletes. We already looked at Fitness Superstore. So this is an older dropshipping site, but looks like they've updated their theme actually lately, which is good. A bunch of brands. All these are dropshipping brands. But again, very well optimized, as you can see. Free shipping, trust, financing, support, frequently bought together, add-ons, upsells, multimedia, links to manuals, reviews, kind of like a B2B opt-in or just like a sales opt-in, related products, general store reviews, verified reviews, a lot of them. All right, so here's a great store to extract from. And again, when you establish that a store is great, like it's really well done, it's really well optimized. It took them a lot of time to do that. It doesn't happen overnight. So just keep that in mind, guys, and you should definitely extract more from these stores if you can. As you can see right here, they don't have any menu for best sellers, so we're not going to be able to extract too much from the store right away, so it is what it is, but you can at least see all the brands they sell. And if you get more tricky, like using some Chrome extension, like what's it called, Koala apps, that one, it's really good. Go to ecommerceparadise.com, guys, and you can see all of our software and resources that we use to build one of these stores out. Koala Inspector, that's the app. There's a link right here. I need to fix the way this looks, but Koala Inspector app will tell you like the store's sales generally and the sellers and stuff like that. But yeah, lots of good resources there. Let's go back. Let's go to Recovery for Athletes, because this is a store that's been around for a while now, and they have a ton of brands and they do lots of different categories. All the recovery stuff, fitness stuff, which is beyond weight training, but also like sports and all that. And they also have a ton of nutrition, so that's categories that you can definitely like work into with private label or just like dropshipping. But massage chairs, hyperbarics, all that stuff. So like so many different brands. And again, once you established, oh yeah, and just going over the conversion optimization stuff, they have so much stuff here. They even have HSA, FHA available customers. That's like another little unique thing that you can add to your website. This particular listing is not so great, so we're going to try to look at their other ones. Maybe it's like it doesn't sell very well or something. So let's see if it comes up. It does. Okay, great. So best selling right away, which is good. Let's set the minimum price 500 because that's really what you're going to want to focus on. And here we go. So Garmin, game ready, hyper, nice. Yeah, so best selling brands right here, you can kind of see pitching machines even. Here's that dynamic sauna we were showing earlier, Assault Fitness, this guy. Yeah, so you get a whole brands menu to reach out to. You know exactly which brands are the best sellers. Some of these brands, keep in mind that they're not going to sell direct consumer. Okay, Garmin, for instance, probably sells through a distributor. Um, in fact, I can almost guarantee they sell through a distributor just because it's such a big name brand. So what you could do is reach out to them and ask them what distributors they sell from or sell through, and then with that information, get on board with the distributor, and then you'll get not access just to Garmin, but also access to a ton of different uh, brands as well that you can onboard to your website. And just again, check margins, make sure the margins are good, make sure shipping costs aren't going to eat all your margin. What you could do is search Google for Garmin distributors. That might help you right away. Yeah, here's the Garmin distributor. I've done business with these guys before, CWR Wholesale. These guys have like a ton of different stuff for like boating, you know. Um, if you contact them, they even have like a free FTP and website integration. Wholesale pricing margins on their site is pretty low though, so just keep that in mind. I think it's like 15%. But that's a great way to start a site is to get on board with these guys, become a dealer, get them to fill your site with a certain selection of their catalogs. They have so many brands. I wouldn't have them add everything to your website, but if you want to make a niche site around like, I don't know, what's a good one? Trolling motors or whatever. Or maybe you just want specific brands in your website that they sell that match your niche, that kind of thing. But CWR is a pretty good one to work with just because they have um, that free FTP website integration, and with Shopify it makes it really easy. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, guys, there's so much opportunity here in high ticket dropshipping. It's literally insane. So go to ecommerceparadise.com if you want to get started. We've been doing this stuff for like 15 plus years. With our turnkey service, we'll do it all for you. You'll own the business still 100%. But with that in mind, we offer a free first 30 days of management plus $2,000 a month on the back end. We're raising that price soon. So get in now while it's still low. And yeah, lots of good stuff there. So book a call with me. You can learn more. And we can talk about your budget, your goals, and all that stuff and see if it's a good fit. All right, thanks guys. And we'll see you in the next video.